2 of Community Game Night for Pentacast Productions. I am your host, Skill Factory, and I'm here with Jesse Jordan. You can catch us both on Twitter. It's posted all over the place. You can't miss it. And I'll introduce the blue team for you guys here. We have Pulsefire Ezreal being played by Poisonfinger. Vayne is going to be played by the Crane Man. Misfortune is going to be played by Alto Guy 16499. Ashy will be under Failbot Deploy. And Arclight Various is going to be played by Kravis. And what do we have?
Very nice skin if you haven't seen the effects in battle. Very, very nice. And then, of course, down here on the red team, we do have Twitch being played by Galladier. Riot Graves is going to be played by Ricemax. We have Red Baron Corki with the retired legendary skin being played by Vader DX, who was last game's Hecarim, who did a great job there. And then we have a Spectacular Sivir being played by Ginger Dips. Darth Scorn has not yet loaded, but if I remember correctly, that's a Caitlyn.
It is a Caitlyn. So we'll see if they do have a skin there. Hopefully they just had to reconnect to the game and got to pop back in, and we'll start with a 5v5. There won't be any time when it's 5v4 and they force that early 4v5 engage. But if you're not familiar with this game mode, it is Call of Valoran, and the basic concept is that all ranged AD champions who have a ranged weapon will be able to fight in this game. And there's the Caitlyn, the normal skin, and it is Darth Scorn on that Caitlyn. And the rules for this game is all finished items must contain AD or crit chance in their stats. It is an all random, all bottom type of game, but we actually do tournament draft. You can't ban the champions that are on the short list of what you can pick. You can't return to base until you die. You can't go beyond the 2 home nodes, the speed boost or the power-ups. You can't bring Revive or Garrison into this game also. So as you see, the summoners, a very popular one being Flash, of course, because they are all ADs, but a lot of barriers, exhaust, heal, and actually a ghost coming out from Misfortune.
And a couple of Ignites, which, again, I didn't really expect since, in general, like I said, you're either alive or dead. There's not a whole lot of in-between. But I guess for someone who kind of survives the first burst of damage, it could be nice to pick them off with a deadly, deadly true damage that is the Ignite spell. As for starting items in general, I expect either flat AD and boots, or boots with a little bit of lifesteal. That seems to generally be a consensus for this type of map. You want to get some damage, you want to get some survivability if you can, either through the lifesteal or through the pots. But the restrictions on the items make it pretty tough to really build defensively. So it's pretty much just the most viable offensive build you can go for that you're trying to get here.
Yeah, the biggest defensive items that they have with AD are typically the items that have health on them. You know, stuff like the Black Cleaver or the Frozen Mallet or something of that nature, because you can't get the Guardian Angels or, you know, the Warmogs or, you know, Banshee's Veils, and a lot of those items that do bring health and the MR or armor to the table. You're kind of forced to be very, very strong and probably stack a high crit chance. Ashe, having that passive that stacks up extra crit chance, is going to be very strong at the early in this game, because I know in her early levels in Summoner's Rift, her first attack always chunks you a quarter your health.
That's true. That first crit from Ashe, you're almost worried about checking that bush. Even if you've got someone who can check that first bush safely, because that first arrow always hurts.
Yeah, I've seen Ashes actually sacrifice 3 or 4 CS just to chunk you with that first attack. And we do have somebody that looks like they're going up and have forgot that it is an all-bottom affair. Sivir now coming back down, did not cap it. They didn't have a misclick onto that node, so it should be all set. And a little bit of poke coming back and forth. The poke probably goes to the blue team on this one. The Ezreal, Various, and Ashe having really good poke. But not to be outmatched by Graves, the Piltover Peacemakers, and the Boomerang Blades from the red team.
There should be the Corki. There he is at long last. I was going to say there should be the Corki to provide some very, very nice poke as well, but he hasn't connected just yet. But he is going to be able to join the fray and hopefully help push the blue team away from his turret. We do see a flash from Ezreal coming in here, and the first kill is actually going to go to Varus. Sivir trying to jump in and do some return damage on her way down, but not getting enough to pick up anybody That first blood, as I said, is going to go to Varus, so he's going to be able to capitalize on that as his first back.
Yeah, and probably one of the more tanky champions that are on this map right now is going to be the Graves. He does have the passive armor and MR, which increases as he attacks and stays in combat. Now that Corki's joined, he's going to have extra phosphorus bombs. He's going to be able to chunk down whatever armor they have left. Gandair actually in a lot of trouble here. Varus picking up another kill. A flash coming out from Rice Max with the HP pot rolling there. He will get away just barely with his life. He gets the health relic. Alto guy very, very low right now. Needs to be careful. Rice Max trying to re-engage and slow them. Fail out deploy. Going for the health, but it's not worthwhile as he has to pop his barrier as Caitlyn and Corki decide to chunk him down a little bit there.
Yeah, you know what, this map, positioning, well, jockeying for positioning really, is it's a big part of the early combat, and then as soon as usually about the 10-minute mark hits, everybody's dead. Speaking of dead, a big ace in the hole is going to take off Miss Fortune, getting a kill for Caitlyn, and Sivir is actually going to pick up the Ashe, and possibly the Vayne for a double kill here if she can get into range, and she can. Meanwhile, Ezreal is going to take out Corki, not before Varus drops to Caitlyn, though. So we were left with a lone Ezreal trying to hold off this port against 4 angry AD carries. He's getting a little bit too close, almost getting hit by the buckshot there. Twitch is going to flash into range, but there's some very fancy footwork from the Ezreal coming up. The barrier going down as well, but it's just not going to be enough to take him out. Ezreal will take out the Graves in the meantime, but it just was not enough.
Yeah, and it was a great Ashe arrow to stop them from capping, and Ezreal actually dropped his Essence Flux across the entire team and interrupted all 4 of them before he traded his life with Twitch there as Ashe came for backup. So the first point advantage is going to the red team. Blue team at 466 and red at 483. And most of the points early on in this game are going to be not from point caps, but actually from the kills. At 100 points on each team, that does lock down, and you do have to cap the points. But by that time, we're going to be one-shotting each other. Alto guy going in first, taking a lot of damage there, trying to get the kill onto Ginger Dips. Evader taking a lot of damage in the process as well. And they're just trying to push out this lane. Blue team does not want to really fight. They're kind of waiting for Vayne to become that devastating damage dealer that she will be shortly.
That's true. Vayne can become a true hyper carry in the sense that she just needs to right-click on somebody, and essentially, as long as nothing goes wrong, then that person is dead. Right now, a lot of trading coming up back and forth. Ginger Dip's getting pretty low. That big crit from Ashe hitting for over 100 damage, and there's the Ezreal ult, almost dropping out Ginger Dips, who actually falls to a Varus piercing shot. Piercing arrow, I should say, from almost maximum range, shooting it from right beside his nexus. We are going to see a bit of an initiate here. A double kill from Graves with that collateral damage, taking out both Ashe and Miss Fortune. A triple kill as he jumps in and takes out Ezreal with a buckshot. Ezreal is... wow, that's... oof, that death. I didn't see that coming personally. It kind of caught me by surprise.
Ooh, but, and a whiffed ult from Kravis there. He did not lock down Deathscorn. He wanted to engage on that and get the kill. Rice Max going just attacking the bush, getting that vision. Rice Max is going to go down to Kravis here, trading the 1-for-1. Kravis trying to take out Deathscorn, and a great job. Drops the piercing arrow right on top after getting the 3-stack and allows him to get that kill. But Twitch coming in absolutely through stealth. The missed Ashe arrow as Glandair on Twitch grabs the kill and gets out of there with his life.
That Twitch stealth will come into play quite a bit later on. What we're going to see, at least what I expect to see, is Twitch waiting for 4v5 engages, waiting for the blue team to get very, very low, unstealthing, turning on his ultimate, and hopefully melting through as many people as possible. Speaking of melting, though, there he goes. That Miss Fortune ultimate lowered him very, very low. Ashe picking up a kill on Sivir. I'm having a hard time keeping up here. This is getting intense. As it generally does within a few minutes. Rice Max jumping in here, a lot of damage coming onto Sivir. Also guy dropping very, very low. Failblot dropping very, very low. Evader dropping very, very low. Rice Max possibly about to go down here from the Stealth Vayne, but he gets out of range in time.
Ooh, the Ezreal True Shot Barrage coming across, not able to grab that kill on the Corki, who is now super low and just trying to help clear minions with his rockets. I don't know if you've ever casted one of these before, Jesse, but I have casted it on Riot vs. Community. And there are going to be times when you will be out of breath. A good save from the ace in the hole on Kravis there versus Deathscorn. And like I was just saying, it gets very intense. People drop so fast, pop all their abilities, Vayne going down again to the Twitch damage, and Ginger Dip's going in with that spell shield up. Now that it's down, might need to come back, missing a boomerang blade there, and Twitch trying to pick up a couple kills here.
He could very well do it, but he is going to get chased away. He's trying to activate that stealth, but of course hitting him with damage prolongs the amount of time it takes to activate. Trying to assassinate Ashe right now. He is getting a lot of damage on the Failbot deploy. He tried to get the expunge, but unfortunately it did not get into range in time, and so Ashe got out of there with very, very low health. Ashe and Varus right now, both extremely low health, and there's another missed Ashe arrow. If one of those does connect properly, though, that's going to be bad news for the red team.
Yeah, there was a good connection when they were capping the point there. Glandair in the bush, sneaking out, trying to get the kill on Kravis, going to trade his own life for it. Kravis actually using his ultimate to get enough damage on him. True Shot Barrage coming by as a complete whiff. Ginger Dips did have the spell shield up for it, so it would not have finished the kill on him or her. And Alto Guy, the one with the HP, just coming forward, trying to get some damage. Bullet time coming down. Rice Max nowhere to go. He does flash out. Corky grabbing the kill onto Ashe. Ignite coming down. A double kill coming out for MF, but Alto Guy in a lot of trouble here. Vayne does still have HP though. Going to get the kill onto Rice Max. Poison Finger there as well. Deathscorn picking up the Piltover Peacemaker kill. And the Crane Man not able to get through the barrier on Deathscorn. Just be careful because the tumble is coming to take down the Caitlyn. And there's nothing better than watching the Pulsefire Ezreal and the Red Baron Corki die. I just love their death animations.
Pulsefire Ezreal especially. But you know what? One thing that has to be said that's really cool to see, as much as I hate it happening, and of course everyone who's been against it, Vayne hates it happen, when that Vayne kind of pops out of nowhere and just one hits you by tumbling into position and takes you out from one knee, it looks really well done. The animation is really nice, but man, is that annoying.
Yeah, I've seen some really good Vayne plays. I used to watch Doublelift play his AD on stream quite often, and some of the plays you can pull out with a little bit of stealth are huge. Glandair going in to initiate that one with the stealth, the Ashe arrow coming down, the Pulsefire Ezreal ult coming across, failed out deploy actually getting out with a little bit of HP. Poison Finger trying to get these kills, popping barrier, but now in a bad place. Varius coming back and does not want to engage a 2v3 fight right there. Actually 2v4 if you count Rice Max, but he is one hit away from dying. And as their damage scales up, we are seeing people drop faster and faster. A little bit of focus fire pretty much eliminates one person instantly from each one of these fights.
Very true. It's like I said earlier, it's why I find that things like heal, things like ignite, they just don't have a huge impact, and it's usually better off going with either barrier or exhaust. Because that way you're either going to keep yourself alive through an upfront of damage, or you're going to severely mitigate the amount of damage someone else can do. There's just not a lot of time spent between being alive or dead.
Yeah, the barrier ends up being really nice, kind of taunting them in for that last kill, being able to pop barrier and pick up your own kills out of it. Twitch, once again, in the bush, stealth. Caitlyn traps everywhere playing a pretty big part. It's kind of hard for them to maneuver around, dodge skill shots, and dodge the Caitlyn traps at the same time. So you can see those traps kind of zoning them a little bit, because as soon as they go to push up past the traps, one person falls on a trap and loses about half their HP. Misfortune coming around the top side here. Rice Max getting exhausted, taking a lot of damage. The Varius ult coming down on the entire team. Vayne looking to clean up big kills. She is going to hit a trap there, see if Deathscorn can get away. MF runs a little bit faster than her. Going to get a couple more auto attacks. Drops a trap, not enough. Varius trying to pick off that kill there. But that's going to be actually a 5-for-0 ace.
Ooh. That is a really bad position to be in this kind of game mode. Not only does that mean that essentially the other team, well, they're either just better off with you right now or they're beating you in this particular mode. But if they manage to cap that point, especially right now when it's got that damage relic, it means that they're going to be even harder to come back and take this point away from. That damage buff means so much in this mode here. Right now, tons of damage coming out. There's a big Ashe arrow, stunning and slowing much of the red team. The red team is already down a member, but they did manage to take out. There goes Ashe actually dropping to a Corky missile barrage. Rice Max and Ginger Dips will be trying to take back that turret, and we're going to see another nice kill come out from Caitlyn. Taking out Vayne, possibly taking out Ezreal for the double. She is going to be able to make it. Varus, low health right now, just stalling and taking out a double kill with that piercing arrow. But unfortunately, in retribution, Caitlyn is going to hit him with a great big headshot.
Yeah, and they did get the triple kill onto Caitlyn there, giving her a little bit more gold. Actually, I forgot to change over the kill-to-death ratio. My fault if you were watching this so far. But Varius, 12-5, really absorbing most of the kills for their team, picking people off, He has a good 1v1 potential too. If he does using that arrow right with 3 stacks on them, he does get increased health. Glandair getting a little close with his stealth, decides not to go all the way in, re-engages, and they do have vision on that bush right now. He is going to get hit really hard, and the Ash just slowing him down. True Shot Barrage coming across. There is the bullet time. Rice Max going to go down right here. Various using his ult one more time for just one person, makes it they don't get away. Failed about deploy, trying to chase, but taking tower damage as Sivir comes back with the ultimate up. Ginger Dips trying to get a little bit of damage in here. Alto Guy in a lot of trouble going down to Sivir and Caitlyn here, but Red Team in a lot of trouble. They're going to lose their tower right now. Corki's going to go down in flames as Poison Finger and Ash pick up a couple more kills. And
I don't know about you, but I just got a pretty severe feeling of deja vu watching that happen. Once again, Miss Fortune just chasing people down with that superior move speed from her passive kicking and that strep doing so much. And the blue team taking the point and getting that damage buff. So once again, we're going to see an uphill fight as the red team tries to take back their relic. An Ash Arrow once again, stunning and slowing most of the red team. More harass coming out through here. And if history is set to repeat itself, what we're going to see here is a slow and uphill battle as Caitlyn picks up a couple kills after most of her team dies.
Yeah, they really need to get a couple people to zone and a couple people to take that tower. Ginger Dip's getting ignited here, igniting Kravis at the same time.
Double kill for Varus. Caitlyn kills Varus.
Back and forth. They just go back and forth. Trying to defend this point. I don't think they have realized, it looked like Graves was kind of unsure whether he could go back to the fountain. And in this game mode, if they do control your point, you can go back to the fountain with the all random, all bottom rules.
Oh my goodness. It's you know what, just seeing the history repeat itself literally in the plays right there. That was a treat for me.
Ooh, Vayne coming in. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. We just see Twitch Stealth. He was looking for a position, but now he's going to pay for his attempt to come out a little bit too soon. That Ezreal ult going to do a ton of damage. Miss Fortune bullet time taking down Rice Max with the combined efforts of her team. Ash getting the kill there on Graves and possibly getting another kill on Caitlyn here, being chased away with that Corki missile barrage. Of course, the turret damage here, it's very hard to ignore that. In a standard team comp, you do have your tanks who can absorb it. Here, not so much.
Yeah, that is true. You might be a little bit behind live right now. Check closely. MF taking down Sivir with no problems, actually drops the exhaust on her just to secure that kill. I didn't think it was necessary. Glandor sitting there in the bush again, once again stealth. Ash Arrow coming down, getting nuked by 4 members of the blue team community, and Rice Max flashing out of there, not wanting to fight 4v1.
Oh, there we go. Bizarre. I think my game actually paused for a second there. Well, fast forward, fighting, and back to life. There we go. So now we see Kravis trying to delay the recapture of the red team as much as possible, but they are going to chase him away from that. Alto Guy is here, so there is some backup in the form of Misfortune, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Kravis possibly taking out Ginger Dips, and he is going to, but they will trade. Misfortune again, just trying to delay the recap of that point. But unfortunately, the red team will take it out. 3 against 1 is just not good numbers, especially when you are a squishy AD carry against 3 more squishy AD carries. All they really have to do is look at you, maybe right-click once or twice, and you're gone.
Yeah, MF going for the bullet time. Vayne trying to go in. The Ezreal coming across. Vader very low. Varys picking up a double kill. Another kill coming out for the red team. Varys picking up a triple kill, but they actually lost the 5v5 fight there. Twitch was untouched, and he laid a lot of damage down with the spray and pray right there. What seemed to happen was MF sat in the bush thinking she could put the bullet time across their whole team and not die for it. But as soon as they saw bullet time, instead of running, they just turned to her at low health, killed her, and made a 4v5 for their team. And red team getting a little bit more ground here. Glandair looking like he wants to stop the damage a little bit, getting slow. The flashes coming in to counter his flash. Right back at him. Ginger Dips spell shielding the various ults, so she did not get slowed. But Ash looking to try to slow down their team a little bit and push back in at their turret.
Misfortune takes out Sivir, allowing the blue team to basically push back and get some room here. We are seeing the Graves come in there. There's a big Ash Arrow, and Twitch pays for his attempt to advance on the blue team pretty quickly. He dropped in a matter of seconds. Rice Max is going to back out of there safely. They're going to try and hold off this point, but at 4v5, at least for the next 10 seconds while Twitch still regenerates, it could be a pretty easy capture for the blue team, but if the red team plays it smart, they may be able to hold them off.
Yeah, that's true. It looks like another big team fight coming out. Bullet Time coming across. Not able to pick up any kills but Twitch. The 1v1 with Kravis and Caitlyn there. He does hit a trap. Dies to the trap. Alto guy going to die to minions getting that kill there. And Poison Finger left all by himself to try to push up and cap this turret right now. But he can't cap it because he's so low that the minions might put damage on him. He is going to get a little bit of damage on it. He might neutralize it right here, but Twitch is there in stealth, and he does not. He senses it coming and gets out of there in time. I think actually if the point's neutral, you can see stealth units. I cannot remember, though, because I haven't played Dominion in a little bit of time.
A nice triple kill for Varus there, but a triple kill for Sivir at the same time, so it was pretty intense. Twitch is going to be able to cap that point now, so this will be the first capture the red team has had in quite a while.
I think you're back away from live again. I don't know what happened with your client. You might have fallen behind again. Varius coming out to ult. A great ult. Re-engagement from blue coming out. Ginger Dip's going down. Rice Max in a lot of trouble trying to quick draw away. He is going to die to the last Ashe Arrow, who's going to pick up a double kill there. And that was a 5-for-1 ace. If blue team engages, they really have a strong advantage. Right now I'm at 19 minutes exactly. Where are you at?
In my client, I'm at 17 minutes and 10 seconds, so I have no idea what just happened.
Yeah, so you're still falling behind for somehow. I don't know how it's like jumping behind. I don't think there's a hotkey for it, so I'm not sure what would cause that. Oh, the ultimate coming out from Vayne, trying to pick up a kill. Lander's not going to have any of that. The Ashe Arrow picking up the kill there. Ginger Dip's popping a spell shield. Not enough. Varius is going to go down. Deathscorn and Rice Max, though, on to failed out deploy. Going to shut down failed up deploy with that Graves kill. Alto guy here. Poison Finger putting the ult across, missing, and Rice Max coming around, getting the kill out there. Alto guy going to be in a lot of trouble here because he doesn't have a tower to help him. Rice Max getting exhausted, taking the HP, trying to tee off with the MF. Who's going to go down? And it will be MF. It looks like a crit came out for Rice Max at the very end there and secured that kill for him.
Well, I'm back up to live again, but I'm really not sure what's happening. I'm not even essentially sitting by my keyboard. So I'm really not sure what's going on there. Hopefully it won't happen again, but every few moments I'll try and check in with you and make sure we're at the right time. Or you know what? If I say something that doesn't make sense, then point it out to me, because I don't know something's gone horribly wrong. But right now we're seeing Ginger Dips try and get a bit of an engage, but going down to below half health. Gallagher, meanwhile, trying to get into a very poor position. It was originally going to be a pretty good position, but ace in the hole, almost taking out Vayne, but Vayne will actually drop to the poison anyway. We're seeing Darth Scorn get taken out, a triple kill for Varus. That's the second one in the past few minutes. Varus is really starting to pull away. Even if we look at the item-wise, he's got that Infinity Edge, he's got the Sanguine Blade, he's got the Phantom Dancer, he's already got another Zeal, possibly looking for another Phantom Dancer, but he could even build the Triforce. It's never a bad idea to grab it if you can get the extra health and, of course, the extra damage following your first ability.
Yes.
Here's a big bullet time. If you want to go ahead and take over, I'm going to make sure.
Yeah, bullet time coming in, and it looks like Sivir going to be the first one to die. Trading life for Ezreal. Alto guy, and I don't know why they're not fighting on the turret here, trying to pull them back, but it looks like they wanted to go forward, try to get kills, even though they didn't have the help of the turret. Ashe Arrow coming across. They're all grouped up. They will all be stopped and sit there without getting any caps. They got to remember the global ultimates here. Deathscorn looks like he was actually moving down to get that and just did not do it in time. Deathscorn going to barrier, get the health relic, a great disengage right there. Vayne getting the condemn into the wall. The Crane Man actually in a lot of trouble here, standing right on a trap, unable to tumble, but will get the kill on a Corki, and I love how he just explodes nose down in flames. I just think that's one of the best death animations they've come up with.
You know what? Short of being eaten by Fizz's giant shark, if you're a Yordle, it is one of the better things to see.
Yeah, it's very cool. They the creativity that they come up with. Twitch trying to go around the back here, taking a lot of damage. He's just kind of hovering around there. An Alto guy going to just put him away for trying to be so sneaky around the backside there. Ginger Dips in a lot of trouble. Big crits coming out from Varius here. And it looks like Corki's going to come in right on top of them. He's going to get one kill. Varius with another double kill. There's the Ezreal ult. Poison Finger going to finish off. No, it looks like Varius going to pick up even more kills there. Poisonfinger doing a lot of the damage there, but Ash and Varus actually picking up the kills. And you can see the amount of assists that Ezreal has right now. 41 assists, almost double some of the higher people in this game right now. And he's putting in a lot of work helping out, especially with his Essence Flux attack speed buff on top of those AD carries.
That's very true. And you know what? That's probably what's earning him so many of these assists, not to mention the poke he's doing with the global alts. Now, before things get too crazy, which I'll have to rephrase that because things have just gotten crazy. We're seeing a lot of deaths come out here. Ash with a double kill, taking out Corki and Graves, managing to get a triple as she puts away Sivir, a quadra kill, potentially a penta, I don't think, and there it is, a pentakill for Fall About Deploy, taking out everyone and then just kind of wilting and falling over to a Caitlyn trap. If you're going to go down after a pentakill, I guess that's a pretty good way to do it. So great job, Failbot Deploy, on that really awesome pentakill.
It was crazy to see them tee off and just trade auto attacks. MF going to go down here, but actually taking Sivir with her before she goes down. They're going to get the recap on this point if they do spread out. But it was funny to see them stand there, attack each other, flash again, and then stand and attack each other one more time. It wasn't like they tried to move or anything. They just stood there and just traded blows. Rice Max going to do the same thing with Caitlyn right there. With Varius right there, and going to pick up the kill. Glandair going off with Crane Man. The Crane Man actually being very tanky. Did go with the Frozen Mallet. Does have the Graves' Spectral Lantern, which is one of the few items you can have with armor on them. And the Crane Man popping Final Hour, putting out big damage on the Ginger Dips, but Evader going to be picking up one of these kills, and another tumble, and a kill coming down for Vayne onto the Corki.
You know what? That Ashe is starting to scale up pretty scarily, just like Varus, and we look, they have a combined total of 56 kills for their team. Another quick fight is going to break out. Crayman trying to take out Galadir, but Twitch coming out ahead. Alto Guy did manage to come out ahead on his trade with Graves, but not before dropping. Triple kill for Twitch now, as he does a very nice job of cleaning up. He is going to have to go over for that health relic, though. He did get dropped down to about half health for his efforts, but he's now up to 18 kills of his own. But as I was trying to ask earlier, do you think that the presence of global ults that the blue team has is making a huge difference?
It's already stopped multiple caps. The Ashe era has stopped one cap of their own, and then when they tried to recap, when Red Tree tried to get their own point, it stopped them once again. So it's helped them kind of keep a steady advantage even after they lose a team fight, to stop them from recapping these points and pushing the points in their favor. We're now down to 65 points on red team, so that means the kills don't matter anymore, and only capping the points are going to get it. Rice Max getting caught out with a stun right there. The initiate coming out, the bullet time going down, double kill for MF, Ashe coming down, the Arcane Barrage coming across, helping for the kill on Corki, and this is going to be an ace right here, and I think they're going to be in a lot of trouble because that was a 5-for-0 ace. The Ashe arrow hit Graves square in the face. He took it like a man, but did not get out of there alive.
You know what? We can thank his mustache for taking it that well. But I don't know that the red team will be able to come back from this. Personally, my prediction is that they will try. They may be able to recap this point. But I think the game has been more or less set. We do see Sivir dropping right now to Ashe. Twitch is going to be able to take out Vayne. We're going to see an ace in the hole actually not getting the killing blow. Graves will pick up the killing blow on Misfortune. A double kill for Varus as he takes out Twitch and Graves, adding that to a triple and then a quadra as he takes out Caitlyn and Corki. A full ace right there. This Varus doing all kinds of work here.
Varus actually has a full build right now. He got, what is it, Kate's Bloodrazor? I always thought it was Kite's Bloodrazor, but I guess there's an A in there somewhere. Poison Finger flashing away, running into 3 members of red team there. But he has a full build. Did go with a static shiv. Lots of damage coming down. The shutdown coming out from Twitch as he's the only one that does damage to take him down. Failed out deploy, trying to get some defense, and drops the point blank arrow onto Corki for that kill. And red team will get the point back. They have 15 points left. So one bad engagement. Oh, a great lantern going out from the Vayne, popping Final Hour, killing that Twitch, but trading her life. That was a great play by Vayne right there. Getting the... Oh, wow. The ace in the hole went right over MF's head and secured the kill for red team as they come ahead in that trade by a lot.
It looked like Ashe tried to position herself in such a way that Misfortune would catch the bullet for her, but then last second kind of second-guessed her positioning and unfortunately ended up having it where Misfortune was just slightly mispositioned in order to catch that bullet. So Ash did drop that ace in the hole. A good attempt at getting away from it. Poor execution, unfortunately.
Yeah, it almost looked like it flew, just grazed her hair, and homed in for that kill right there.
Well, there is a little bit of a dip in her hat, right? So maybe
it's a piratey thing. It goes right through underneath one of the peaks, and it looks like
explains why
Graves
they're
is trying
built
to
that
come up
way.
behind
Now we know.
here. Oh, Poison Finger jumping right onto Rice Max. The exhaust is ready. Corky going to be able to pick up that kill, but dropping to 3 shots from both Ash and Varius right there. Ash with the double kill, and Descoring going to try to defend this all by her lonesome. Her hat is not big enough to do this. Another Ash arrow coming down, and that will be the kill. And she dies so dramatically. Drops to one knee, holds her gut, and then falls to the side. And that looks like it's going to be GG, I think.
Absolutely. Not only is this going to be GG, but I think I may have a new catchphrase. Your hat is not big enough for this, sir.
Hat is not big enough. Oh
big
my
alt
goodness.
combo there. Varus locking everybody down. Misfortune bullet time. Ash arrow. That was...
Oh man,
that was just
adding
some
insult to
bad,
injury
bad
right
things.
there. That was a perfect route from the Varius, and then the bullet time coming across, just nuking their whole team right there. And that's going to be a victory for Blue Team. Community taking away with that one. Very shocking to see Community come out that